Stepney the Bluebell Engine had returned to the railway. It had been a while since he was here, and the engines were pleased to see him again. All except one. Daisy had never been fully introduced to Stepney before, and seeing him get loads of attention made her roll her eyes, and made her a little jealous. "Why does he have all this attention?" she said one day in the yards. "He's only a small engine. It's so small, in fact, I don't think he's able to do any work at all." Duck, who was shunting nearby, heard this. "Stepney's a hard worker," he said crossly. "He'll do the work of two if he had the chance." Daisy scoffed. "I'd like to see him try. I mean, look at him. He's smaller than me. I could pull more than him." And she flounced away. "Oh, you don't even pull two trucks," Duck muttered under his breath. Later that day, the yard manager came to see Daisy. "Douglas has broken down, and a goods train needs to be taken to one of the stations on the main line," he said. "You will have to do it." Daisy was mortified. "I can't pull those dirty little creatures," she protested. "I don't care," snapped the yard manager. "Do it now, or I will get the Fat Controller." That made Daisy shut up. She fumed silently over to the siding where her goods were. Duck had shunted Douglas out of the way, and both watched as the diesel railcar gingerly buffered up to the trucks. But she bumped them hard. "Oh, oh, oh, oh!" they screamed. "Come, you disgusting things," Daisy said. But the trucks didn't. They had never been taken by Daisy, and refused to go anywhere with how she treated them. Daisy pulled and pulled, but try as she might, she could not start the train, until at last, her engine overheated and she failed, barely moving the train an inch. "Bother," she said, as the trucks giggled to each other. Even Duck and Douglas had to stifle a laugh. Just then, Stepney came into the yards to pick up his own trucks. He examined the scene. "Are these your trucks, Douglas?" he asked. "Aye," replied Douglas. "Then they were Daisy's, but I dinna think she's taken them now." Daisy blushed, but Stepney pondered. Then an idea flew into his funnel. "What if I take this train as well?" he suggested. "I'm going down the main line myself, and I'm going past the station. I can drop the train off there along the way." Daisy was pleased with not having to take the trucks anymore. "Good idea, Stepney," said the yard manager. "You best head off now. Leave Daisy on the train. There's no time to take her off." Daisy's pleased expression turned sour, but before she could say anything out of protest, Stepney had shunted his trucks in front of her. With a whistle and a wheesh, Stepney began to pull Daisy, her trucks, and his own out of the yards. Daisy was amazed. The run down the main line was smooth and gentle. The trucks liked Stepney and played no tricks on him. Stepney would whistle happily to other engines as he passed, and Daisy was secretly impressed. At last, they arrived at the station. Daisy looked apologetically over to Stepney. "Thank you, Stepney," she said, as the Bluebell Engine parked himself next to her. "You did a wonderful job with taking care of those trucks." "Well, thank you, Daisy," smiled Stepney. "I do hope you get mended soon. I'm sure the passengers will love to ride on a lovely railcar like yourself." Daisy blushed, and Stepney barked away with his own train, leaving Daisy with a newfound respect for Stepney the Bluebell Engine.